Hey YouTube, today we're going to do a quick review on this Ryobi Tech 4 inspection scope. The part number is Robert Paul 4206. That's RP 4206. And I didn't get a chance to do an unboxing on video because I needed to use it the very day that I bought it. 15 minutes after I grabbed it off the shelf, I was scoping out the back of a wall to identify the source of a water leak. So I didn't get a chance to do it. This is what you get. You get two instructions. You get an operator's manual for the lithium-ion 4-volt charger and battery, rechargeable battery, and you get an operator's manual in 3 languages, English, French, and Spanish. You get the Ryobi Tech 4 4-volt lithium-ion battery. That part number is AP4001. You get a charger. My phone. You get a charger, and you get the Tech 4 inspection scope itself. Now, why did I buy this? I've been in the construction business for almost 2 decades, and quite honestly, up to this point, I never really needed one. And the opportunity arose for me to get one. I had done a remodel in a bathroom about 7 or 8 months ago. It was completed, and then the bathroom has developed a water leak behind the wall. Now, I had to get there quickly and determine the source of the leak. Was it the plumber who set the valve and did the plumbing work? Was it me who built the shower enclosure with cement board and did the tile work in beautiful 24 by 24 porcelain tile, I might add? Or was it just a fluke? Was it a defective valve body assembly or something? I had to see. So I went over there and I took a look, and yes, there was definitely water coming out in areas where water didn't need to be coming out. It was dripping on a regular basis, so that would tell me that it was on a pressure side. It was not, for example, the riser pipe. And last but not least, when I pulled the trim, the chrome trim off the valve, the shower valve, I could not see where the water was coming from. So, my phone. So I called my friend who's the plumber who did the work, and I said, hey, buddy, I know you have an inspection camera. I explained to him what was going on. I said, can you swing by like now and with your camera? And he says, oh man, I'm about 50 miles away from you and I've got my elbows deep into some poop line job or something. So I said, okay, no problem, don't worry about it. So I shot over to Home Depot because Home Depot's right around the corner. And secondly, I went to Home Depot because it was right around the corner. And this is what I looked at. Home Depot had offered 3 different cameras, inspection scopes like this. They're not cameras. I keep calling them a camera. They're an inspection scope. They had the Ryobi Tech 4 was $99 and a few pennies. They had one made by Rigid, an inspection scope, for $99 and a few pennies. And they had the Milwaukee, based on their M12 rechargeable batteries, for $199. Well, being that I've been in the industry this long and never really needed an inspection scope, the thought of spending $200 on a camera I may very well use once or twice and then sit in my truck forever wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to spend $200. So the toss-up was between the Ryobi and the Rigid. What sold me on the Ryobi, well, the nice thing about the Rigid is it has a case. It has a carrying case, and this doesn't. This comes exactly like this. But the nice thing about this one over the Ryobi is this has a 4-volt rechargeable battery. The Ryobi takes 4 AA batteries, and that didn't interest me because those alkaline batteries don't tend to last as long as these. I could be wrong, but I like the idea of having a rechargeable battery, and I like the idea of having a recharging setup that came with it. So I bought it, 99 bucks, went back to the house, promptly put it together, and here it is. In a nutshell, I like this thing. Okay, for 100 bucks, it works. Okay, so spoiler alert, I would buy this again. I would absolutely buy this again. And actually, honestly, I've used it twice since that plumbing job. It's kind of one of those tools that once you buy it, you find uses for it. So my seller on this one was my big seller was the ability to have a rechargeable battery and not have to deal with AA batteries. You just take this thing, it's keyed. Okay, there's only one way this can go in, and it kind of holds down like that. You take this. This cap's a little flimsy, but it does have a gasket on it. You got to give it a little push down to get it to set down. Now, what they claim that the wand, the flexible wand, is 36-inch wand, and the camera itself are submersible and can be submerged into water for up to 30 minutes safely. They claim that from this point of the camera to here, this is water resistant water resistant, not waterproof. So you don't want to submerge this whole camera, but if you get water on it, it doesn't, according to the instructions, doesn't seem to be a life-threatening mode on this. It's kind of nice. It's got the rubberized grips here. It's got a rubberized grip. It's kind of cool. And you turn it on. It's very simple to operate. I mean, really, you press go. It takes a couple seconds to boot up. And that's it. And we're looking. We're looking. Now, you have 180 degrees. You can flip it, depending on how you're going. And you have various stages of brightness. Right now, the external light has four, if I'm not mistaken, it has 4 LED lights in the camera. That's low, medium, and high. And it'll go all the way up. This is your fuel gauge right here for your battery. And that's your brightness, camera brightness. Yo! It's really clear. I mean, like I said, I would buy this again. I think it's worth it for the $100, and you can scale it back. It's really decent. It's really decent. Yeah, there are 4 lights. Sorry if I'm blinding you. Seems rugged. Honestly, I've already dropped it twice because I'm just a klutz sometimes. And it seems to work pretty well. Man, you can get right in there and look at stuff. Let's look at a few things around the shop here before I end this video. We'll go scope it around a little bit. But it's pretty cool. And after I got done with the plumbing thing, I brought it home. And I found a good use for it. I had a reverse light switch on my truck. Wasn't working properly. So I couldn't see it because it's on the top of the transmission. So I took this camera and I scoped around the top of the transmission. And I saw what kind of connector it had on there. And I was able to take it apart via this cute little screen right here, without having to pull up the carpet and pop the access hatch on the top by the gear shift lever. So, like I said, it's kind of one of those field of dreams. You buy it and you'll find a use for it. So let's scope a few things out and let's see what this looks like. They do recommend that you fully charge the battery before you really give her a go. But when I needed to use it, I used it on the charge that it came with. Like I said, it had a single bar on a 3 or 4 bar system here for the battery, and it worked. I used it for about 20 minutes on that, and then I stuck it in here. The light turns on when you first plug it in, and then when the green light turns off, then you know you're fully charged. So let's take a peek. Let's see if I can get this all in the shot here without goofing this up too bad. So just scoping out an old water pipe. I think the brightness is great. I think the color and the contrast definition is just great. I don't know that the Rigid or the Milwaukee is any better or any worse. Quite honestly, I haven't used them, so I don't know. But this one for $100, oh, look at that. We got funk inside that pipe. The heck is that down there? See, I get my orientation a little goofed up. We're going to plow on through this and let's see. Oops. Gotta keep you guys in focus here. I'm trying to look with both my eyes here. Let's see. We're just going to push past that grease. Or whatever the hell else that is. Whoa. What is this I see? Oh, little buddy. That's why we have a clog. My little buddy, Clappy the Clown, is in there. Clappy the Cow. I don't know. I'm stupid. But that's what you get, and that's going down 12 inches worth of pipe there. And we'll kind of back out through the debris. He can let you get really close. Whoa! Hey, buddy. Let's push him out. And you can see the camera. We're filming on a, where are we? There you go. On a Contour Rome. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like I said, for $100, I think it's yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and I would certainly buy this again. It seems to be sturdy enough. As I mentioned, I've dropped it twice already. You know, the only thing I don't like about it, I don't know, actually there is something I don't like about it. This screen scratches really easy. I don't know if I can get a good contrast on that. It's hard for me to tell if you guys can see, but it got a little dusty and I just kind of did this, and the next thing you know, it's all scratched up. So I think even, and then I started using a soft cloth, and it kind of scratches it up a little bit. So it's not very durable. It doesn't come with any kind of screen protector that is meant to be kept there. So that's kind of a bummer. This all seems to be well put together. I think as long as you're careful with how tightly you bend this arm, get that out of the way, how tightly you bend the arm, you know, just like any tool, the more abuse you give it, the more it's gonna fight back and not be happy with you. So that's it. That's my quick review. Hopefully it's quick. The inspection scope, Ryobi Tech 4. It's worth every penny. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, I didn't do it. Haha, the leak was not caused by me. Fortunately, the leak was not caused by my plumber. The reason why we needed to scope it out is because on the inside of the shower enclosure, of course, you've got all finished stonework and it's all pretty and watertight, and you don't really want to go in through the shower valve. The back side of the wall was an entryway to the house. It's the foyer to the house, and they had some really, really nice painting done. After the bathroom was done, they came in and they had an artisan, man. He was really cool, and he did this really nice finish on the plaster work out there. So just opening up that wall is not a matter of opening it up and then patching it. He's gonna have to repaint the whole wall to get it to match. So with that being said, the problem was not me. The problem was not the plumber. The problem, ironically, was the plaster guy. I guess they had to do some repair after we left, and the guy who came in and did the sheetrock repair put a screw into one of the pipes. So they're not going through my finished shower enclosure. The gentleman that came in and did the drywall repair is going to have to pay to get the painter back in there to match that whole wall again, and so it's not on me. Worth every penny right here. The Ryobi Inspection Scope, Tech 4. All right, I gotta go. I gotta run. See ya!